What up, everybody? It's your boy Adrian, and I'm back. Now, these next 2 weeks are going to be a great 2 weeks. Now, as we all know I don't get to talk about a lot on my podcast and my channel, but I am a huge college basketball fan. I don't talk about it. I watch it all the time. I'm huge. I'm a nutcase. I'm not like most people. But these next 2 weeks will be great because it will be the NCAA tournament, March Madness, as we all love to call it. Now, hey, I'm just here to give you my Final Four picks, some quick takes on the tournament, what you should be on the lookout for as tomorrow it finally gets to take off and we get to see the madness another year. Now let's get it started. My Final Four picks were North Carolina, Duke, Tennessee, and Gonzaga. Now, I got Duke playing Carolina in the championship game, and I got Carolina winning 78-75. Now, as we all know, I'm a huge Carolina fan, but that does not go into play. I have facts to back it up, and I state my case. And when my team's bad, they're bad. Like last year, I knew they weren't going to get too far as they got knocked out in the Sweet 16 against Texas A&M. My head. Quick fact, and I would love to play Duke again as we lost last week in the ACT tournament to Zion on a tip-in by 74-73. We could not stop that, man. Now, hey, let me get started with Duke. Duke has Zion Williamson. That's all I need to say. Zion Williamson. That man is a man-child. Now, as we all know, he will be the #1 pick in this NBA draft. They also got two other stud lottery picks in R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. Now, the problem with Duke, though, is Duke, as a team, only shoots 30.3% from the field. That's including, we're forgetting about Jack White, Alex O'Connell, Trey Jones, who plays hella defense. Now, as we all know, I'm a Carolina fan, so I despise Duke, but I have to give credit where credit's due. Let's see how Zion can get and how far he can carry them. I do think he will carry them to the championship game against us. Now, Gonzaga, as we all know, Gonzaga comes from the West Coast Conference, and they didn't win their conference tournament. They got some stars, though. They got Brandon Clark, who I think will be a lottery pick. They got Rui Hachimura. I don't know, they keep getting these guys from overseas. They got Killen Tillian. They got Josh Perkins, the point guard. They're loaded. Now, I think they're going to make a deep run and get to the Final Four again. Hey, so don't sleep on Gonzaga. Like I said, they're the best mid-major that we ever seen, and Mark Few doesn't get the credit he deserves. Now, he will be a good coach, but getting an Natty this year, I don't see it happening. Now, the other team I like to talk about is Tennessee. Tennessee is just underrated, because they got this guy by the name of Rick Barnes who coaches them. He did a great job while he was at Texas. He turned his Tennessee program around a few years ago where out of the NCAA tournament, not even in the NIT to be exact. Now, they're led by that front court, and this guy, Admiral Schofield, looks like he'd be a tight end in the NFL. He's a stud. They led by Grant Williams of double-double post, man. Just loaded. Those are my Final Four teams. Now, a couple things I want everybody to be on the lookout for, and that is, I'm going to give you a couple quick takes. Number one is you do not trust Virginia. Now, I know Virginia, I'm sorry. Now, I know they're a 1 seed. Tony Bennett is 7-6 in the NCAA tournament in his time in Charlottesville. But here's the thing, as we all know, I'm not looking back on the fact that they lost last year, became the first 1 seed to lose the 16 seed that was UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore College at the time. But hey, just the fact that they come up short in the tournament all the time. A few years ago, they lost an Elite Eight to a Syracuse team that had no business beating them. Now, these guys have two future NBA players, and a lottery picking DeAndre Hunter and Kyle Guy who shoot the lights out. They got Ty Jerome who will play in the NBA as well. But like I said, when palms get sweaty, the pressure's on, back tightens up, like I like to hear my man Stephen A. Smith say all the time. And that pressure continues to come on, can Virginia live it up? I know a lot of people are picking them to make it to the Final Four, but I'm picking them to get knocked out in the Sweet 16 at Kansas State. Now, everybody knows I'm a nutcase, so I love watching players. Now, the most intriguing matchup of this entire tournament will take place tomorrow at 4:30 as we get the 12 seed Murray State taking on the 5th seed Marquette Golden Eagles. Now, we have a hell of a matchup at point guard between Marcus Howard, who led the Big East in scoring at 25 points per game, and we got my boy, my favorite player in college basketball, most exciting, Western Westbrook type, who can shoot better, and that is 6'3" Ja Morant from Murray State. Heralded, under-recruited, has turned himself into a hell of a player. Now, he's going to be either, I said top 3, possibly top 2 right behind Zion. Some people think RJ Barrett's gonna be for him, but that's here there. So, but like I said, the top 3 pick, and I've been telling all my friends and all my homies. So if you're a casual college basketball fan, but if you're a huge college basketball fan, and if you have not watched Ja Morant, you need to go check that man out because he can ball. He leads the nation in assists, by the way, and he's making highlights after highlights. I suggest you go check it out on YouTube because that man is a baller. And I'm picking Murray State to get all the way to the Sweet 16. Ja Morant's also averaging 24 points a game. It's just exciting, and as a fan, I'm loving this game, and I cannot wait for this point guard matchup as I'm picking Murray State to beat them. And like I said, I got them getting to the Sweet 16. A couple other notes. I want to talk about a couple teams real quick, and that is Michigan State. Now, I have Michigan, as you guys all know, I'm a Michigander, so great city, Detroit. But hey, Michigan State, they got all the ingredients to win this year. Now, they lost Joshua Langford. Hey, tough loss. Nick Ward's been banged up this year. Hey, I get it. Cassius Winston is All-American point guard. Best point guard in this year in college basketball. He leads his team. That's why he was able to beat Michigan three times this year. Now, the problem that I have with Michigan State is the fact that they can get to the Elite Eight, but if they have to face Duke, that spells nothing but trouble for Tom Izzo. Now, we all know he has his problems with Duke. And over the last few years before that, he can't get over the hurdle. Michigan State just seems to can't shake it. But like I said, I got to pick Duke over Izzo. Now, this thing I found real interesting is the fact that Louisville is playing Minnesota in the first round. Let's see. Rick Pitino coached at Louisville. And we all know what happened with that with the dorm room scandal and all the scandal with Louisville with the women and the dancers and all that stuff. Come to find out, they're playing Minnesota, which we all know. You know who's the coach in Minnesota? That would be Rick Pitino's son, Richard Pitino. Did the NCAA do this on purpose? I don't know, but that's an intriguing storyline for that game. As I will pick Louisville to win that game because Chris Mack's coming in his first year as a good coach. I've met him once as my boy played for Xavier University. But that's neither here nor there. But I am picking them in that. Chris Mack will lead them so that they defensively alone they can do it. Also, Kentucky. They're going to play my boys again in the rematch from a few years back when Luke May hit the game-winning shot to take it to the Final Four. And I think we will overcome Kentucky. Now, the problem, like I said, that I'm having with Kentucky like I do every year, John Calipari is a great recruiter. A great recruiter. He has put dozens and dozens and so many guys in the NBA. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis. I can keep going on and on. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Not all of them are great, but this goes to show you how great of a player Anthony Davis was because John Calipari has not won a national championship since then. It goes to show you how hard it is to put all these good players together and expect them to win a national championship. But hey, like I said, I don't think he's going to get it done. Like I said, I think John Calipari is one of those people who chokes under pressure too as well when it comes down to it. I remember when he was at coaching Memphis and Derrick Rose and them lost to Kansas. Hey, but I think they're close. They're good. P.J. Washington is a star. Will play in the NBA, and don't sleep on Tyler Hero, who's a sharpshooter who probably will declare for the draft. But I'm not a big Kentucky fan, but hey, I don't see them beating us in the Elite Eight. See how it goes though. Also, I want to give you guys a couple insights on what I think. Watch out for these double seeders. We got 12 seed Oregon who won the Pac-12 title, beating Washington. Then we also have Seton Hall, who lost in the Big East final to Villanova, but they are balling out. Miles Powell is a guy to watch out for. And then also for Oregon, you got Rowan, you got Peyton Pritchard running the point for Dana Altman at Oregon. Watch out for those double-digit seasons. I do have Oregon winning their first round game, and I do have Seton Hall beating Wofford, who's a sleeper as a mid-major team, as they have a lights-out shooter. But hey, don't sleep on Seton Hall. They've been playing very well. Also, the two teams that I want to point out that these are two teams in my mind who did not deserve to get an NCAA tournament. One that is number 9 seed Oklahoma, who finished 4-8 in their last 12 games. They lost just a terrible team. They don't have Trae Young this year. Hey, just saying. Also, and this is my number one team that deserve it, not even because I'm from the great state of Michigan and I despise them all. These Ohio State Buckeyes. I'll give credit where credit is due. But hey, let's check this out. They finished 8-12 in the Big Ten. They also went 1-8 against top 25 teams. You're telling me that's that's worthy of an NCAA tournament appearance. Now, hey, give the little guys, give the mid-majors some credit. You know, UNC Greensboro, maybe an NC State at Clemson, a better team who deserve better than Ohio State. Don't just put a name in there just for the brand, because I know sometimes it can be about money. But hey, put some more deserving teams other than Ohio State who didn't deserve to be in a tournament this year. Also, and these are the mid-majors to look out for. Buffalo, 6 seed. Last year, they defeated Arizona in the first round and ended up losing to Kentucky in the second round. And they're led by C.J. Massenberg. They got 31 wins. Nate O is the coach. This team can ball. Nick Perkins coming off the bench, a mid-major who can make some noise. And I got them losing in the Sweet 16 to the great University of Michigan. But also, look out for the Nevada Wolfpack. Last year they made a deep run led by the Martin twins, Caleb and Cody Martin, transfers from NC State. And we also got Eric Musselman as the coach. Don't forget about Jordan Caroline. Fun fact about Jordan Caroline, plays power forward. His dad is Simeon Rice, the great defensive end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this team, they can give Michigan a scare in the second round. I know they're gonna have a tough time with Florida, but they're a 7 seed. Hey, look out for Nevada Wolfpack. Also, don't forget about Utah State. Utah State is coming out of the Mountain West. Hey, they come out of the same conference as Nevada. They are good. They're dangerous. They're deep. They can run fast. They can get the job done. Now, I'm picking Washington to beat them in the first round matchup as they're seeded higher. But hey, in the second round, they could possibly face my North Carolina Tar Heels, and that would be a matchup I would be petrified to see it because they can really play. Now, guys, have fun. Make sure you watch this tournament. There'll be a lot of upsets. I'm not going to give you too many upsets because I may be wrong. But the key to over the last few years that I've been learning is don't pick too many upsets because the good teams generally win. But you have those nights, hey, like a Duke losing to a Lehigh. You know what I'm saying? Losing to Bucknell. You know, UNBC beating Virginia. Just as Georgetown losing to Florida Gulf Coast a few years ago. I can keep going on. When Missouri lost to Norfolk State. Keep going on. It's going to happen. I won't predict it, but those is what I wanted to give you about this NCAA tournament this year. It's going to be fun, madness. I'm loving it, people. I love college basketball. So what I need everybody to do right now is make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure over these next 2 weeks you watch the NCAA tournament. It's going to be a fun one, guys. I'll be back to give you my takes on it. But that was my predictions before we get started tomorrow, and it takes flight, baby. Let's get it. Don't forget again to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That's right. Follow me on Twitter. That is at Keeping the Score. Watch that tournament. Everybody stay tuned. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.